Okay. Hi, Lorraine. How are you?
Hi, I'm good. I'm
Good.
okay, I should say.
Okay. My name is Sydney. I am one of the counselors here. Yeah, I just wanted to see how you're doing. You said you're doing okay?
Yeah, I'm okay.
Okay. Well, before you talk about what brings you in here today, do you mind if I just go over the limits of our confidentiality in this meeting?
Okay, yeah, sure.
Okay. So everything you say is private between you and I, except a couple things. If there's any like elder abuse that you report, or any child sexual or physical abuse, or any serious harm to yourself or others, I do have to report it as a mandated reporter. I'm also under the supervision of Dr. Miller right now. I'm a trainee, so. I will talk to her about what we talked about in this session just to get feedback from her. But yeah, do you have any questions about that?
No, that's fine.
Okay, great. So how are we doing today? You said you're okay. What brings you in?
Yeah, I'm okay. I've been better. I'm feeling kind of down right now. I didn't get into grad school
Mm,
and it's my dream to be a therapist, and that dream just seems like it's not going to be fulfilled now. And I haven't even broke the news to my parents. I don't know how to tell them. They're going to be devastated. Everyone basically celebrated me getting into school already because they were already buying the gear and they've already, you know, acted as if it already happened. So I just don't know how I'm going to lay this news on them and disappoint them.
yeah. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. It sounds like you were really looking forward to going to this school. Is that right?
Yeah, it's the only thing I want to do. That's it. There's nothing else I want to do.
Okay. How long have you wanted to be a therapist?
My whole life. It's the only thing I've ever wanted.
Are you feeling devastated at all or frustrated?
Yeah, I'm devastated. I'm disappointed. I just, um, I'm just really upset, and
Yeah.
I feel shame. Like I let my whole family down.
You were saying that you haven't told your parents. Is there a reason you don't want to tell them? It sounds like you said you have a lot of shame with it and you feel like you're letting everyone down. Did your parents tell you, or do you think they're going to tell you that you let them down if you tell them?
Yeah, I mean, I did. So I don't think they're going to hold back. I think they're going to let me know that they're disappointed in me. I
Was
just really
there
don't like disappointing them.
Yeah, yeah, no, yeah, that makes sense and it's valid. I think a lot of us want to make our parents proud, but was there a time in your past that like really disappointed your parents and they showed a lot of disappointment?
Um, yeah, they they were pretty disappointed when they found out that I like went out with my friends and I was in college, and they found out that I smoked pot,
Oh.
and it was like the end of the world.
Mhm. Yeah, how did that feel back then, as like a young college student, um, and your parents, getting upset at you for smoking weed? How did that make you feel then?
Well, I mean, it was a mistake. It was a stupid mistake. I it's not like it's something that I did all the time. I just tried it and they found out about it. Um, and you would have thought that I was, you know, shooting heroin or something. And
Hmm.
they just made me feel really bad about myself.
Right, right. Did you feel like from that experience, like you just weren't allowed to make mistakes going forward? Or did you find it hard to feel like you could tell them you made a mistake?
Yeah, it's basically my whole life. I feel like I have to keep secrets because I don't want to hurt their feelings or I don't want to upset them.
Mm. So what I'm hearing you say is like any time that you feel like you might make a mistake, you don't want to bring it to your parents because you don't want to let them down in any way. Is that
Yeah,
right?
yeah, so I don't know how I'm going to tell them this. I don't know how I'm going to break this news to them.
Have you thought of any ways so far of how you think you could approach the situation?
Um, no, I feel like maybe I should just not tell them and let them figure it out on their own one day. I feel like that might be easier than to break the news to them. I'm not even like going to church anymore because
Mm.
I just don't want to talk about it. And I feel like anytime I see somebody that knows me, that's the first thing they ask me. So I'm basically avoiding everyone and just staying to myself. And at this point, I just don't see another way.
Yeah, I'm so sorry. That must be so tough. And you said you kind of stopped going to church. So are you feeling lonely right now?
Yeah, I'm completely alone. I don't have my church friends because their parents are friends with my parents. So I
Mm.
just feel like I shouldn't say anything because I don't want them to find out that way.
Yeah,
And it's just easier to stay away than to tell people that I didn't get in, especially when my parents don't even know yet.
right. Yeah, that can be really hard, especially if you feel like, um, the people at your church know your parents and, they might say something, but do you have any people at church that you feel like you could really trust and maybe confide in with the situation?
Um, yeah, there's a couple people in mind that I could probably go to.
Okay.
Um, I'm just still just kind of dreading the whole process.
Yes. Yeah. This definitely, it seems like it's bringing up a lot of emotion. How are you currently feeling? Like even just thinking about potentially having that conversation with your parents?
I feel like a kid. I feel nervous. I feel scared,
Hmm.
and yeah, I just don't want to let them down.
Yeah. Yeah, those are some heavy feelings, and like you said, you're not really sure if your parents are going to react maybe the way you want. So that can be really hard too, So I understand why you're kind of wanting to maybe just let them find out however they can find out, you know. Um, yeah, but maybe, do you think if you could talk to someone potentially at your church, or do you feel like that's kind of a no-go?
Yeah, I think maybe I can see if I can get one of my mentors there to
Okay.
see if they can come with me to talk to my parents. That might make things a little bit easier. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think that might probably be the best situation.
Yeah, or I was gonna ask too, I'm kind of going back to that college situation. How did your parents find out that situation? Did you tell them or
I came home that weekend and then they found a pipe in my bag and it wasn't even mine, it was my friend's. It's not
Oh.
something that I did regularly. I just tried it and my friend had it in my bag. She didn't have a bag that day. So I
Mhm.
told them the truth. And I really regret telling them the truth.
Yeah. Yeah, so it sounds like, they kind of, like you said, they found out on their own,
Yeah.
right? And so maybe, you're saying they can just find out this situation on their own too. Um, or like, you could also, if you wanted, talk to them, but if that's not something you're comfortable with, um, yeah, maybe they could find out on their own. That's also a solution, right? Um, or how would you think, is there any other way that you'd want to go about the situation, talking to your parents or not
Um,
talking?
I feel like the best option is probably just to have somebody come with me for support.
Yeah, that would
Somebody
be
that can
great.
intervene if they start getting really angry or, making me feel shame.
Yeah,
Because I just don't want to feel the way they made me feel that one time again. So
yeah. How do you think having someone else in that meeting, like how do you think that would make you feel?
that probably will make me feel a little bit more protected. I mean, not that they're gonna like hurt me or anything, but they just come down pretty hard. So yeah.
Yeah. Well, I really appreciate you sharing all of this with me, Lorraine. Like it's not easy, like you said, not getting into grad school and it was your dream and not wanting to disappoint your parents and just not really knowing how you want to go about it. We have a couple more minutes. So yeah, I just wanted to review everything we talked about today. Um, and I would love to work with you on this issue and just anything else you want to talk about in future sessions. Do you have any questions for me before we kind of wrap up?
No, I look forward to coming back. It was really helpful. Thank you.
You're welcome. And then, yeah, of course, when you leave, you can also schedule a new appointment if you want to email me or just call the office, if you want to think about some things. But I really did appreciate talking to you, and I hope this helped in some way, okay?
Yes, it did. Thanks so much.
You're welcome. All right, Lorene, have a great rest of your day, okay?
All right, thanks. You too.
You're welcome.
Bye.